Hey, happy Tuesday. It's your afternoon girlfriend, Yvonne Daniels. I just saw y'all yesterday, right? Well, we are back with another special social stream live. I've got Miss Anesha Stanley with me. Hey, Anesha.
Hey, Yvonne.
And she is the founder of Keys of Hope. We are talking today about another great event that's going to be happening this weekend. It is the Wave of Light Pregnancy and Infant Loss Remembrance Day event. It's going to be going on at the soccer complex, the Saginaw Soccer Complex. And so, man, I tell you what, if you don't know, well, Anisha, I'm going to let you just talk a little bit about this event, what brought about this event, why are we doing this, and just inviting folks to come out because this is really heartfelt. So go ahead.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for your time and for having me today also. Wave of Light. I'm so excited about that because October is Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month. And October 15th is observed as Pregnancy and Infant Loss Remembrance Day. And so, Wave of Light is just a term of a theme that's used in the pregnancy and infant loss community. Um, how Wave of Light kind of came about for my organization, which is Keys of Hope. Fortunately, my husband and I, we experienced recurrent pregnancy losses. So we lost a baby in 2014. I do have a rainbow baby, my daughter. Her name is Sinai. She's 7. And the term rainbow baby comes after you've experienced the loss. So it was the name that you give to a baby after losing a baby. But after her, we also lost 4 more babies. And I almost actually died twice in that process. And so we didn't have any peer support. We didn't know anyone else who we could talk to about our experiences. And for me, I just suffered greatly with depression and anxiety, nightmares, and actually 2 bouts of suicide ideation. It was really, really dark, a dark time and a dark experience for my husband and I. But then I just cried out to God and just asked him what did he want me to do. I kind of put myself aside and just connected with him and asked for his healing and that he would lead me and guide me through this to find hope and healing as I, just move forward in
Yeah.
life. And so he downloaded Keys of Hope in my heart. And so our nonprofit and organization, Keys of Hope, is for families who've experienced pregnancy and infant loss or child loss, and those families who are struggling also with infertility. And that really just came about because I didn't want other families in this community to continue to suffer in silence
Yeah.
and not have any support at all. And because it didn't exist, God spoke to me about creating it. And so I'm just thankful to turn our pain into purpose. Really, that's what that is. And what we're doing this weekend for Pregnancy and Infant Loss Remembrance Day, we have a community candlelight vigil for families. There's families from all over the state of Michigan coming. I'm so excited about that. But it's really just a sacred time and a sacred place for these families to be able to come and remember our babies in heaven together. We have some awareness activities that we'll be having for the children, some also some activities for the parents as well, for the family.
Mhm.
And this event is free. It is for families who've experienced loss, but also family and friends of um, those parents. And even anyone in the community is invited. You do not have to have experienced loss to come. And I think that's what part of our mission is about. It's about promoting the awareness of it. And I think that's important because this is a great example of how we can come out and just learn a little bit more about pregnancy and infant loss and see the families that it impacts. And it actually impacts 1 in 4 families, but it also impacts families that we know that maybe we don't know, that is impacting them, but it's happening, in our region. And so we're excited about having a open space for these families to be able to come and just remember our babies in heaven and walk through some twinkling lights that we've hand created.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's just going to be an awesome event.
And you talk about community because I think there are a lot of women, a lot of couples, a lot of families that are dealing with this, and they may think that they know other people it's happening to them, but you can feel, I'm sure, so all alone and so isolated, and like um, you feel like this is only happening to me. And
Mhm.
community is so very important, just to be around others that have suffered from this or that are dealing with this. it's there's strength in numbers. I'll put it like that. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely. We were made for community,
yeah,
so I think that is important to find your community. And I always say in our support groups, like, hey, we're part of a community that we did not sign up for,
that's right.
but
That's
we're here. So what
hmm
we're going to do, we're going to lock arms. We're going to pray for one another. We're going to
yeah,
support each other. We speak the same language. We understand each other. And so we just want to connect with one another and just let each other know that, hey, there's hope and there's healing, and there's stories that need to be shared. It's time
yeah,
to break that stigma
yeah.
surrounding pregnancy and infant loss, because there are a lot of families, just including my family, that
hmm
suffered in silence. And I think a lot of it is because of the shame and
yeah.
the guilt that comes with it. Um, Also because it's out of order,
hmm
to lose your child before, the parent. That's
hmm
not really what the norm is usually, the parents go first or whatever. But I also know that that's not always the case. But even in with this situation, these are babies that we were expecting and we
Yeah.
were carrying, and we heard their little heartbeats, or we felt the flutters, we felt the moves. Some families picked out names. Loss can happen early, before, in the first trimester, the second trimester, and a lot of times it also happens, during labor, unfortunately, or 37 weeks, 38 weeks. You can get that far along.
Yeah.
There's also neonatal loss, which is a loss of an infant, or infant loss
hmm
within, like, some babies can die 24 hours within being born, or just a few short weeks. And then there's also the ones who pass away, before the age of 1 years old.
Wow.
So it's really difficult.
And at that stage, you have to actually plan a funeral for your child.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So you're taking in losing a child from before it's fully developed inside of you, up to you giving birth to that child.
Hmm.
You having lived with that child, and then that child
Yeah.
passing before one. So you're taking in all of this, and so wow. Let's talk about the event on Saturday. So it's
Hmm.
going to be at the Saginaw Soccer Complex. And what time is it kicking off?
The event starts at 6 p.m.
Okay.
and it goes until 8 p.m.
hmm
However, one of the cool things about Wave of Light, we're kind of doing it in a unique, different way. It's an outdoor community candlelight
hmm
event hosted by Keys of Hope. However, the term Wave of Light comes from a national theme. What happens is at 7 o'clock p.m. on October 15th, annually, families light a candle in memory of a baby or their babies in heaven, and then they have that candle lit for an hour. And then from there, the next time zone takes on at 7 p.m. their time. And that is what creates the wave of light all around the world, because there are so many, of course, the time zone changes, and
Yeah.
we're Eastern Standard Time, but
Yeah.
there's other countries that has lit their lights at 7 p.m. before us, and then there are so many that comes after us, and that's what creates that wave of light.
I'm just getting chills just even thinking about it because I've seen pictures of, some other places where they've done it. It is just, it's so beautiful,
Mhm.
and light overcomes everything. Darkness cannot overcome light. So
Absolutely.
light overcomes everything. So this is going to be awesome. I just am so honored that you asked me to be the MC of this event. We're going to have a
Yeah.
part in I'm like, wow. A part in the program where we're actually going to call out the names of the babies. I think that's going to be so powerful to give voice to their names. And so we're going to do
Absolutely.
that. And so anyone is invited to come out and help us with this. And like you said, even if you don't know, you don't think I think everyone pretty much knows someone,
Yeah.
this has happened to, but maybe because they don't talk about it, or they may not, it may have happened, but they may not even know that it's happened to someone close,
Hmm.
so
Absolutely.
yeah, this is
Yeah.
going to be so powerful. So, okay, so we've got the website right here, keysofhopefoundation.com, and it's actually a fundraiser. So if people want to donate, they can as well. Yes.
Absolutely, yes. Because my husband and I, we use our funds, and we put it back into the community. We
Yeah.
provide bereavement bags to hospitals, to healthcare centers,
Mhm.
funeral homes. If we've heard about a family who've experienced a pregnancy loss, we want to make sure at the funeral homes that they have a way of being able to get them some resources and information. It's imperative to be in the hospital because upon discharge, we really want the families to not go home empty-handed like we did. And also we provide hope boxes, which is like a self-care healing box for mothers who've experienced loss. And we also have resources for the fathers because fathers matter as well. They were also expecting, they also have their grief journey that they go through. And I think it's important to honor the fathers and the siblings as well. And so we also have a support group that we, finance as well. The materials, the books, everything that we provide, and our facilitators, and just this event, So there's so many great things that Keys of Hope does provide for the families around the Great Lakes Bay region. So yes, your donations are humbly appreciated, and it allows us to further our mission, but to even do, more for these families.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be so wonderful. Once again, this is going to be at the Saginaw Soccer Complex, the Wave of Light Pregnancy and Infant Loss Remembrance Day event going on this Saturday. Gates open 5:45. The program kicks off at 6 o'clock. And we just hope that you will come out, that you will invite your families just to come out and just to help us celebrate and actually just add strength to this community, because this is a community of, of folks. So I'm just honored. We are our brother's keeper, and we have to remember that we are our brother's keeper. So we have to do what we can. We have not. If one suffers, we all suffer. That's how I look at it. So to be able to strengthen, our brothers and sisters that have gone through this. So once again, come on out. This is the Wave of Light Pregnancy and Infant Loss Remembrance Day. Keys of Hope. The website is right there. Donate. You hear about all the things. You don't even think about all this stuff that goes on, with an event like this. So I'm just so honored. Your husband's going to be out there as well. He's going to be participating in this program as well. So
yes, my husband, my daughter will be there. My brother, a lot of my family members will be there. And that's also important to our family because we never really had like a space to be able to come together as our family, the Stanley and Jones family, to be able to grieve properly, like the way that, we should be able to when you have ceremonies and things. My husband and I and my daughter, we've done things on our own, a little bit more privately, but I'm excited about having our families there and just everyone who's a part of it. And just real quick, also, I just want to thank my sponsors, if that's okay, because I appreciate everyone who's supporting. So I have some amazing sponsors like Schaefer and Beerline. There's Covenant Healthcare, Wildfire Credit Union, Kiss 107, Garber Automotive, Fortney Club, Case Funeral Home. I'm looking at my board, but I know them all. Barlow Irrigation, Smile, Ryan D. Michelson. There's also New Life, Alcera, and Valley OB, and Target. So
that have signed on, and that this is important. You know what I'm saying? This is an important thing that really affects all of us. So I'm really looking forward to just the warmth. I know there's going to be just like a wave of warmth, also light and warmth shining down from those little beings. Going back to be with the Father. And you were talking about just purpose, and that sometimes things can seem so horrible and so painful that we have to go through, but there's always something that we can learn. We talked about a young lady who started a huge hair care line, and it came out of this situation where she
also lost a baby. She had a stillbirth, and I just think that was just amazing that she was in tune to her spirit and just being able to hear from God and just say, okay, God, what do you need? What do you want? What are you doing with this pain? And Romans 8:28 says that all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord, who are called according to his purposes. However, what happened to me was not good, but I can see it working for good. And I see that working for good every time my husband and I meet with families and couples privately, or every time we, have a support group meeting, or even at this event. I look out and I say, God, how did I get here? And then I go back to 2014 when we lost our first baby, and then all the other babies that we lost. But we do Keys of Hope in memory of our babies. And so we're riding on their strength. So,
we're going to be calling out all those names on Saturday. We want you to come out. If you're watching this, we thank you so much for watching. If you know someone that needs to be at this event, wants to hear about this information, how they can
Absolutely.
support Keys of Hope Foundation, you can share this video. You can come back and watch it. But we'll be looking forward to seeing you on Saturday for the Wave of Light Pregnancy and Infant Loss Remembrance Day event. I'm going to be there just, man, with all the light, all the warmth, calling out the babies'
Mhm.
names. And we thank you so much, Anesha, for just, being used, you and your husband, to
Mhm.
help support all of the women that are going through, the women and the men, the couples, the families that are going
Mhm.
through this. So thank you
Yeah,
so much. And
I
wow,
appreciate it.
any last words you want to say before we wrap it up and get ready for Saturday?
Yeah, again, the website is on the bottom, keysofhopefoundation.com/wave of light. There you can register for free. It just helps us to give a count. And also there, if you want to add your baby's name to our
Yeah.
remembrance ceremony, you can add your baby's name there. And also, if there's any families in this region or anyone who is listening or anyone who will hear this or watch this, from the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry about your loss. I
Yeah.
want you to know that you are not alone
Mhm.
and that you do not have to suffer in silence, and that you can actually use your experience to minister to someone else and to support them, because a lot of times we do need to hear someone else's testimony
Yeah.
or just be able to know that someone else was able to survive or get through
Yes.
something that we're going through. It gives us hope and strength.
Yes.
But again, our condolences from my family to your family, and just know that we're here anytime for you and you are not alone and that there is hope.
And that you are loved.
You are loved, absolutely. And you are seen. God sees
Yes.
you. Your
Yep.
babies are in heaven. Some of them took their first breaths in heaven, and I think that's beautiful. They're safe. They're
Yeah.
safe in the arms of our Savior. So thank you for having me.
I'm about to cry. Girl,
Oh, no worries.
and it's not a sad cry. It's a joyful cry. You know what I'm saying? It's like, these were precious little ones, but like
Yeah.
you said, they are safe and they are back with the Father, so this is a process to help those of us that are here to continue on to grieve like we need
Hmm.
to be strengthened,
Yeah.
and to go on in purpose,
Yeah.
because of
On
them,
in purpose
on in
and
purpose.
grieve. The Bible says we do not grieve as those who do not have hope.
That's right. Yeah.
Jesus is our living hope. So we know we'll see them again. We'll miss our babies, but we're able to grieve, yet still have hope and do something in remembrance of them,
Yeah.
in honor of them. So come on out to Wave of Light.
Keys of Hope Foundation, the hope, yes, Keys of Hope Foundation, and be sure that you definitely donate. And I love what you have on here. It says advocate, support, and be a friend. And we do need to be friends and to show our love. So once again, we will see you on Saturday. Go back and you can watch this video. Please be sure to donate. And we'll see you on Saturday for the Wave of Light Infant and Pregnancy Loss Remembrance Day at the Saginaw Soccer Complex. Thank you so much, Anesha. I do appreciate you, and we will see you on Saturday, okay?
Okay. Thank
All right.
you. See
Thank
you
you.
there.
Bye-bye.